your impressions of Mike McCarthy and just the conversations you've had, and what did he see in you, and so on.
Yeah, no, it's been awesome. It's awesome to go through this process. Obviously, watching from afar, everything that's gone on in Green Bay, obviously they've had a ton of success, and so I think it's a great process for us to go through now, kind of molding this thing how we want to mold it.
Kellen, how much is the installation of the game plan and the installation of the playbook and then the play calling stuff, how much is that a work in progress?
Yeah, I mean, a work in progress. I mean, we barely touched the surface. We're in January still, and so we're starting to recognize some things, start touching on, okay, where was 2019, okay, and then where is a lot of the things that Mike is familiar with, and let's build this thing into the 2020 offense.
Mike says the language is going to stay the same. How helpful is that to you and the quarterback?
Yeah, I mean, we'll start there, but we'll see where that takes us. Obviously, we've got the ability to mold it however we want, and so that's the fun part of it. We don't need to rush into that. Take advantage of all the different coaches that are in our staff. Guys come from a lot of different backgrounds, and let's try and use all that.
What's this experience been like personally? I mean, it's it's part of the business, I realize, but
yeah.
Jason moves on. There's some uncertainty with you. Just kind of take us through what it's
really,
been like for you.
Really, the first time probably truly going through it. Learn going through it, but obviously, a lot of guys who aren't here anymore that I have a ton of respect and appreciation for. They've helped me in a lot of ways. Those are challenging times, but fortunate to still be here. Fortunate to be a part of this thing. I think we got a good thing going, and hopefully we can continue to build on that. And obviously having Mike here, I think, is an awesome opportunity.
In what ways do you think you and Mike, in your play calling, offensive design, are most philosophically similar?
Yeah, I think we're going through that process. I don't feel like I want to rush too much into it, but I think we see the game in a lot of ways the same. You want to attack people in different ways. The importance of making sure the run game and the actions that go off of it, that those all complement and they're all tied together. I think that's the biggest thing, and so we got to take our time, as much time as we have, to go through that process to make sure everything connects and we have a why to everything.
At first blush, how difficult will that process be? How long will that process take?
Yeah, I mean, you got time, but it also happens fast. Players are here in April, and so you got to take advantage of the time we have now, and hopefully prepare and be ready to rock and roll for that point.
Kellen, what are you to leaving?
What's that?
How close were you to leaving?
I mean, there was just uncertainty, so you just go through that process. Obviously fortunate to be back and excited to be here.
How was the interview? I guess you had to re-interview for your job with Mike. What was that process like for you?
Just talking with him and just talking through it, making sure we're on the same page and kind of see where this thing's going. And obviously, it's worked out well.
Kellen, what was the biggest lesson you learned last year in your first year as a play caller?
Biggest, probably couldn't name one, but there's a million. You go through that process, you're going to take a lot of notes, a lot of things that you wish you can clean up, you can do better. Some things, hey, we feel like we're on the right track in that regard. So, the biggest thing is just go through that experience, learn from it a ton, and hopefully be able to build on it.
There's this notion that a Mike McCarthy offense is a pass-heavy offense. What have you learned from him so far that would dispel that notion?
So get the best players the ball offense. Up there they were able to throw the rock a bunch. Hey, that's absolutely what you should be doing. We got some other pieces here, and we'll kind of try and figure out what our formula is for that. But I don't see any concern with that. I mean, we got a running back who's really good, and another one behind him that's really good, and we want to get them the ball.
Is it important to use statistical data to guide play calling on a game day basis?
Yeah. Obviously, something we'll work through and use, and started using it last year. Certainly, in my first time going through this process, but certainly continue to build and evolve and learn from those different aspects.
New coach in the season. What are you most looking forward to?
Yeah, just continue to progress, certainly for myself, but I think we got a great group. We got a really good staff that comes from a lot of different places. So let's utilize all that. Let's all work together, have some fun doing it, and see where it takes us.
You always said you've looked at other teams' offenses when you were here last year. How much did you look at what Mike did in Green Bay before you retired?
Yeah, certainly. I've watched it from afar for a long time. I was in Detroit for a few years, and so we seem to see them a lot. They've had a ton of success, doing a lot of different things, and so you certainly start where we were, and then not afraid to also go beyond that, and we'll see where it takes us.
What have the players expressed to you about their good fortune in not having a scheme change and terminology all change, that you really get to build on what you established last year?
Yeah, I mean, we'll build on what we can, but at the same time, there'll be changes. There's natural, and whether no one left, there'd probably be changes still too. Every year evolves and changes a little bit, and so certainly it's a good opportunity to, hey, if something fits and we can keep the same language or whatever it may be, let's keep it. But if we feel like maybe it's better to make a little change or an adjustment, let's do that too, and let's not be stuck either way.
What went into the rationale of making Nuss the QB coach?
Yeah, obviously Mike bumped Nuss over. Nuss has been awesome for me, awesome resource. He's done a great job here at the tight ends, and certainly he's got a QB background, and so he's been in that world. So I think certainly for him it's an exciting opportunity to be back in that regard. But obviously someone that I've learned a lot from, and we'll be able to continue to learn from.
How important is your relationship with Dak now, trying to help him learn all these new facets of what the offense will be?
Yeah, hopefully it's a benefit. Obviously, we've got some common ground, and hopefully be able to translate some things. If we do make some changes, which inevitably we will, we'll make some adjustments as it goes, and hopefully we can piece that together and still be on the same page.
Why do you think there was such a disparity in games between the scoring offense? The yards were incredible this year, and there were games in which the team had a great offensive outburst, but then the games they didn't score. What was the discrepancy there?
Yeah, I mean, I think it just comes down to, it's the beauty of showing that football can come down to 3-4 plays. A couple third down scenarios where you don't get it, you miss a few opportunities in the red zone, and those are drastic things. And so, that's the beauty of this game, is that it's in the details, it's in the situational football. We just got to get better at that stuff, which certainly we will.
In what ways, Kellen, did you see Dak grow last year when you go back and look at the season?
Yeah, just his command. I think he had a really good command, a lot of confidence to him. He was running the show, run game, pass game, involved in all aspects of the offense, and so certainly that's something we can build on.